On 2nd March 1761, a flame of resistance quietly went up. Today, we dedicate this episode to Maharani Tarabai, the woman who refused to let the Maratha Empire collapse when it stood on the edge of destruction. To understand her, we must go back to a time of chaos. The Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb had poured the full strength of his empire into the Deccan. Forts were falling, armies were exhausted, the great Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was gone. His son Sambhaji Maharaj had been brutally executed in 1689. His younger son Rajaram had carried the struggle forward, but in 1700 he too died. The empire was leaderless, surrounded, bleeding. And that is when Tarabai stepped forward. She was only in her mid-20s, a widow, a mother to a young son, and now the regent of a collapsing kingdom. Many expected her to surrender, to negotiate, to survive quietly. Instead, she chose war. Tarabai declared her minor son Shivaji II as Chhatrapati and took control of the administration and military strategy herself. She did not rule from behind the curtains. She studied battlefield movements. She coordinated generals. She strengthened guerrilla tactics that had once defined Maratha resistance. Under her leadership, Maratha forces harassed Mughal supply lines relentlessly. They struck swiftly and disappeared into the rugged terrain of the Deccan. Aurangzeb, despite commanding one of the largest armies in the world, found himself trapped in a war that drained his treasury and spirit. For 7 long years, Tarabai held the empire together. Aurangzeb died in 1707, exhausted and defeated in the Deccan, a campaign that had consumed the final decades of his life. The empire he tried to crush was still standing. But Tarabai's battles were not only against external enemies. After the release of Shahu, Sambhaji's son, a succession conflict divided the Marathas. Power struggles followed. Political betrayals tested his strength in different ways. Yet, even when sidelined from direct power, Tarabai never disappeared from history. Decades later, in her 70s, she re-emerged in Maratha politics, influencing succession and shaping the direction of the Confederacy. She lived long enough to witness the Marathas' rise from survival mode to becoming a dominant power in India. And then, on 2nd March 1761, just weeks after the devastating Third Battle of Panipat, Maharani Tarabai passed away. She had seen triumph, she had seen tragedy, but above all, she had seen the empire survive. Tarabai was not just a queen, she was a strategist, a regent, a guardian of a legacy. When the empire trembled, she stood firm. When the enemy advanced, she resisted. And when history seemed ready to close the Maratha chapter, she kept it open. Today, on her death anniversary, we remember not just her name, but her defiance. Follow for more stories of the warriors who refused to let India fail. On this day,